Hello and welcome to Back to the Boardroom. I'm Greer.
And I'm James.
And I can't believe we're back for season 2 already. It doesn't feel long enough.
No, it doesn't, does it?
It makes me worry about what I've been doing in the last year. It's given me a little bit of an existential crisis, but there you go.
Yeah, I mean, since then, after eating pies, I've got braces, so I may look and sound a bit different.
Nice, I like it. An audio difference for the listeners to decipher. There's no reason that my speech would be different, so sadly I can't give an update on that. What have I been doing? I mean, I ate a lot of pies after the last season. We bought a lot, and then I even bought some from my dad too. So I have purchased a lot of pies from The Apprentice.
There we go. That is, I guess, a good review.
It is good. A repeat customer. Something we do have to talk about this season, it's season 2 of Back to the Boardroom, but it's season 19 of The Apprentice itself, which also means it's coming up to the 20th anniversary of the show. So, I mean, surely Alan Sugar needs to have a big party or something to celebrate. Get off Twitter.
Yeah, I really hope they do something special for the next series. Hopefully there will be one. Yeah, I can't wait for that. But
No.
it's season 19. That's next year. We've got a whole year to go before.
That is true. And they say this every year, but they've come out in the press already to say that it's going to be the most demanding series yet. So we'll see. Who knows? But I just know that we are guaranteed for some good faux pas, laughs, and things we can pick apart on Back to the Boardroom, which is our favourite thing. And I'm sure, James, you are going to give us some amazing stats like you did last year.
Absolutely.
So some similarities with last year and most of the series gone by. Karen Brady, Tim Campbell will both be returning, thankfully, because they have become some good characters for us to talk about every week with their eye rolls. So pleased that we will be still seeing them. It's also 18 candidates. And something that I found really interesting is actually the applications for this series closed almost a year ago in February. So there's a whole year that you've had 18 people sat at home not telling anyone they've been on The Apprentice and they know what happens. So yes, it must be exciting.
A long time. And as you mentioned, Karen and Tim, I really hope for a return of Claude.
As always, I love it when Claude is there, especially for the interviews.
Absolutely. Yeah, he really tears them apart. You can't get anything past him, especially his numbers. He'll tear you down.
Exactly. We have heard that some of the tasks that are coming up this year, they've released quite a few of them. So I guess if you want to have a spoiler-free watch of The Apprentice, you can click fast forward or whatever on us for the next 10 seconds or so, because I'm going to tell you a few of them. Some of them sound pretty fun, I'm not going to lie. So the first one we've got sounds ridiculous. Creating a virtual pop star. What? That's mad.
I just think of, is it Upper Voyage, which is like
Yes.
yeah, I just immediately thought of that as soon as I heard virtual pop star. So yeah.
They're not going to be as good as that, though, surely.
No, probably not.
No. One that links back to sort of the location of The Apprentice, right in the heart of London. They're going to be creating a banking app for kids, which is a more businessy sort of task, a more traditional one, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like that because it's quite. I've heard a lot of adverts recently from a major bank, and I think their advert goes something like, "People start talking about money at the age of 7," or something, or
Yes.
their financial education starts at 7, and a funny advert where I think it's like a group of kids moaning on who pays what portion of the bill at dinner or something. So
Yeah, I feel
relevant.
like we've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. There's also a real traditional selling task coming up, selling potatoes and tomatoes and turning them into cash. So that it could go horribly wrong with some bartering and deals on that one.
Indeed. I hope they're turning their potatoes and tomatoes into something tasty.
Well, let's hope so. That's true. They could be making recipes. I thought they were just selling the raw goods. Who knows? um,
I, I think either way would be good, to be fair.
it would
We'll
be
see.
fun. One that I'm really looking forward to is designing and marketing Easter eggs, because when they have to do a design task, as we know, logos, colours and branding are always awful. So I can't wait to see what just unappetizing Easter egg packaging they come up with.
I was going to say green and brown, but that's
Oh,
actually
not
so
again. Yeah.
you
it,
can't do that.
No, well, they might. It will be bad. We know it will be. And then there's a couple of jet setting tasks. Some of them are more far flung than others. We've got Turkey for a corporate hospitality challenge. The first task is also apparently set in Austria, and we've got a discount buying task in Stratford upon Avon, which is less glamorous. Sorry, Stratford upon Avon.
The corporate hospitality is always a one to watch because it is disastrous. I can remember, was it last season? No water in the middle of the desert or something.
Yeah, and I remember going to a vineyard and everyone having to do some sort of chant that thankfully I can't remember, but I'm sure it will come back into my
Pavilion Blanc.
mind. Oh no, you've reminded me. I'd blocked it out.
Good old Moira.
Oh, Moira. I hope we get some good characters this time too. We are going to go through some of the candidates, well, actually all of the candidates a little bit later on back to the boardroom. But we've got quite a fun series for us coming up as well this year. If you're going to be listening along every week, we've got some exciting things to go through.
Absolutely. I think the first thing we are going to attempt to do, no promises, is look at what the contestants are up to now, specifically last year's, and hopefully give you some inside knowledge of maybe, how Phil's Pies business has expanded, for instance. But yeah, so watch this space.
That will be good. And I know that we're going to also be doing our predictions again on the series. Who's going to win? Who's going to have the most embarrassing moment? And who's going to be gone first? So we can go through some of those next week. But we weren't that good last year, I'm going to be honest. So I hope we'll be better.
But you forgot the key prediction.
Is it your favourite one?
9 a.m.
Oh, the hours predictions. You have to sit there with your notepad again and write exactly how many specific hours are being mentioned by the voiceover.
Gotta commit. I'm going to get the stats up from last year and maybe have an educated guess.
Please do. Well, as always, we'll be doing an after show episode every week. James and I will be recording straight after the episode, so everything is fresh in our minds and our annoyances are at their height, so we can give you the lowdown on what we've just watched and our opinions on it. So keep on listening. As always, we'll be on, I guess, wherever you get your podcasts.
Shall we get an idea of the 18 candidates we are going to see over the next few months?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. There is a wide range of candidates from across the UK, and there's lots of different businesses. Some sound pretty good, others sound interesting. So, shall we go through the first one? Now, the first person that came up is Amber Rose. She is a convenience store owner from London and she's 24. And I'm going to say this now before we go through all of the candidates. I feel like it's going to be the year of TikTok and AI on The Apprentice because we've got a lot of stats in the media about how many TikTok followers and if people don't have that many followers, how many likes they've got on their account, along with perhaps some of their businesses being linked to AI. So Amber Rose, she has a whopping 48 million likes on TikTok, where she shares lots of content about her luxury lifestyle, including getting beauty treatments and holidays and working in her shop. And her business idea is obviously to expand her own convenience store, but also integrate what's called Ori Tea, because her shop is called Ori Mart, and it is a separate bubble tea business showcasing the best of Taiwanese bubble teas. And now I've never had bubble tea, so I feel like this is something I need to accompany a podcast episode with. I'm going to buy one and try it just in case.
You can do that. I will pass.
Okay, great.
I've had it. I don't like it.
Not, who knows? Maybe it's not for Lord Sugar, but we'll see.
Moving on from convenience store to pizza, we have Anissa, who owns a pizza company that is a fusion of Indian and Italian cuisine. equally promoted through her TikTok accounts. Her unique pizzas apparently are like the chicken tikka masala pizza. And
Ooh,
she plans to open more dark kitchens in high demand areas.
very nice. Chicken tikka masala pizza actually sounds pretty good. I would like to try that. Interesting about the dark kitchens, isn't it? Sort of those faceless ones that you see on Deliveroo or Just Eat or something that you don't know the brand name, but they apparently are in your area. So interesting
Yeah.
concept.
I presume it never has a shop front. It's just all about the delivery
Yeah,
from the apps. I guess links in with the AI revolution, TikTok, smartphone,
very
everything.
lots of tech this season. Next up from Ireland, we have Aveen. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I may be corrected when we watch the show, but she's a hair and beauty salon owner, and she hopes that Lord Sugar's investment will be put towards her own unique invention, which actually sounds kind of exciting when people come on and they've created something completely new. So she's come up with a utility belt specifically for hairdressers and makeup artists and costume designers. And I read that it's meant to improve hygiene and be a little bit more ergonomically beneficial. She thinks the ones out there at the moment don't work for the job, so that'll be interesting to see how someone's actual product goes. And she has called herself one of the most sought after artists in Ireland in her bio, which I quite like. So I've kind of got high hopes for her. If that's a good product, it could go far.
Not lacking in confidence.
No, they never are they?
They are not. Continuing with the hair theme, we've now got a hair transplant consultant, Carlo, who has a business plan to develop a user-friendly online platform that connects patients with hair transplant clinics worldwide. Again, we're really on this technology theme at the moment.
Definitely. I always see those videos. I don't know why. It's one of those things when you're watching TikTok or social media too late in the evening. There's always men getting sort of hair transplants or new sort of, I don't know what they're called, wigs, and then the reveal, and they're very emotional. So, I mean, it's a trending topic, it seems, at the moment.
Indeed, if you watch a lot of sport, there's a lot of hair loss advert.
That is true. I thought you were going to say you're looking at like the players and football matches or something and going, he's had a hair transplant.
But yeah.
That as well, maybe. Someone else who is doing a tech business is Chisa. She's from Essex. She's 31 and she's a virtual assistant company owner. Again, see, that sort of remote type business. It says she's got a very, very specific 388,000 likes on TikTok, which I like the specificity there. But she used to work in healthcare and now obviously works in business as an entrepreneur. But she wants to create a platform that revolutionises the way entrepreneurs connect with investors and eliminating the need for tedious bank loans or endless presentations, which is interesting if you consider that she's going on The Apprentice to pitch, presumably in some sort of long-term weekly presentation of herself, to get what is essentially a prize, not a loan, but you know what I mean. So it's interesting.
It sounds like a competing product. I mean, not directly, but kind of, right? Yeah, you're
A little
replacing
bit.
the
I know.
pitching. Alan, Lord Sugar, apology.
That is true. It could be one day The Apprentice could be taken over by Chisa from Essex.
Or if Lord Sugar, sorry, not if Lord Sugar wins. Of course, he's going to win.
He's already won in life, that man.
If they win, then Lord Sugar takes over that idea, and that's what The Apprentice becomes.
Interesting. Online apprentice.
Yeah. Moving on to air conditioning now, and we have Dean, who is a family man with a business plan to grow and expand his current air conditioning company that basically installs air conditioning in homes and commercial businesses.
Does what it says on the tin type business. But I also thought this was quite smart because every summer, everyone in the country absolutely sweats to death, I'm going to be honest, because no one has air conditioning. And if he pitches it right and sets up a nationwide air conditioning business, then Dean and Lord Sugar could be rolling in it together.
I say every year we've got to get one. Still haven't got one.
Exactly. Someone who is doing something online again is Emma. She's an online gift store owner, also from Essex. There's quite a lot of Essex contestants this year. Emma's 29 and a proud northerner, apparently, and she has evolved her side hustle business selling gifts online from her boyfriend's garage to a fully fledged business with around 10,000 likes on TikTok. And she wants to create a platform where anyone can upload their designs onto gifts and earn passive income, presumably alongside their day-to-day jobs. And she wants to empower people who either can't work a 9 to 5 for whatever reason, or also don't want to, and they can earn their income on their own terms. So it sounds a little bit like print on demand, a bit like Etsy. Interesting, because there's lots of people trying to make extra money, aren't there, doing a few creative side hustles. So if she can pull it off, again, it could be quite a good business.
It could be a platform to give other people the platform for their side hustles.
Exactly.
Now on to Emma, who is a corporate project manager. And I like this because there's a quote from her that says, "My most creative instincts flow through my Excel sheet color coding, a true passion of mine." I, I, I'm a sucker for a good color coded Excel sheet. So
I knew it.
we got a vote there. But yes, her idea is, as she is coffee and fitness obsessed, she wants to fill a gap in the market, which is to provide takeaway coffee that is healthy. Not sure how.
Interesting. No. Coffee's one of those things that you allow yourself a little treat, isn't it? You know, get a nice coffee from your favourite coffee shop. That's the sort of thing that you allow yourself after a run in the morning. But, I don't
I'm
know.
definitely not her target market because I like mocha and that's definitely not healthy.
True, unless she's going to create some sort of healthy chocolate supplement. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'll be interesting to see what the health side of things actually is, as you say. Will it be tasty? I'm not counting on it.
Coffee with kale.
Lovely. The next person is quite interesting because they are a former athlete, former Italian national track star turned motivational speaker. So Frederick is actually offering sort of a service instead of a product in his business plan. He already has quite a big Instagram following online where he shares regular updates talking about his journey from, I guess, being a sports star and moving into business and finding it hard to communicate and do public speaking. So he is hoping to then, with Alan Sugar's help motivate professionals and other entrepreneurs and boost their confidence and help them with speaking. So I'm not sure in what capacity, whether it's different clubs or online courses or something like that, but it's interesting that he wants to use something he's struggled with to help other entrepreneurs.
I wonder how long it takes for him to name check that he was a former athlete.
Oh, it'll be immediately, won't it? Surely. People will make jokes about it as soon as it starts.
Yeah, I'm got visions back to, I can't remember if it was Verdi or Trey that immediately was like, yes, I'm an international DJ. Or
Verdi, the international DJ. Yes.
yeah, exactly.
We need to find out whether Verdi has done any more international DJing gigs since last year. Be interesting to see what he has gotten up to.
I'll put that on my list.
In the colour-coded spreadsheet.
On to a doctor. We had 2 doctors last year, one of which was a dentist. And this year, we've got another dentist. So it's Dr. Jana or Jana. Apologies, I will get your name right next episode. But they have built a leading Harley Street cosmetic dentistry practice, as well as their massive Instagram followers. They've also treated Hollywood A-listers, Grammy award-winning musicians. So I expect a name check there. And they want to disrupt the UK dental industry, offering new types of services and launching their own healthcare product lines.
That sounds good. We did have the candidate who was a dentist last year go quite far. And I'm sure international listeners will agree that the UK needs a dentistry shake-up, especially when you can't get a dental appointment or get booked onto an NHS dentist anywhere. So it will be interesting. It could be a good one again.
Absolutely. Could go far.
Something else that's online is the next candidate, Johnny. He has a tutoring company. He's from Liverpool and he's 23. And he set up his tutoring company while he was at university and hopes to put a little more heart back into the business world, which is a little bit different than some of the other quotes that we usually get from people. So that could be a good sign. He already runs a team of 20 plus people and he had been doing that all the way through university. And his business plan is to scale the business and target locations across the country, appointing regional directors with local knowledge to oversee the different tutoring areas, I guess. Sounds good. Lots of remote learning. It's quite big at the moment again, especially since the pandemic. So Lord Sugar's got a wealth of businesses online that could do pretty well.
Absolutely. The one thing I'm not sure about this does it supplement uni or is it instead?
Well, I guess if it's tutoring, it would be to assist you on your qualifications. So that perhaps doesn't offer qualifications, but it helps you maybe with GCSE, A-level, even university. Could be good.
Could be good. Yeah. Big plans for countrywide.
Exactly. Everyone's going to be too qualified and we're going to be sat here doing our podcast still. Although one of us is already a doctor, so...
Yet again, we have another candidate showcasing his TikTok audience with 52,000 likes. And this is Jordan, an animation entrepreneur and this year's youngest candidate. So his plan is to turn his one-man band into an orchestra of the world's most talented 3D artists to take his business to the next level. So sounds like he's got a small business at the moment and basically wants to expand, I guess, the amount of employees he has to do more work, I guess, or create some sort of hub for animation.
That sounds interesting, doesn't it? Quite a creative business. I'm interested to know when he says about animation, is it animation like Pixar or something? Are they making movies, or is it animation, doing corporate things, text animation, things like that? Is it more of a service or is it more of a creative endeavor? That would be interesting to see. But if he gets as far as design your own Easter egg, then you'd hope that the adverts that they come up with are pretty good.
Indeed, I feel like there's a potential for a blunder here.
Oh, good blunder. We need like a buzzer, some sort of blunder potential.
Yeah. Exactly, because obviously they're limited time in making the adverts or whatever it is. So it could be that Mr. Animation comes up with something that is not to his usual standards.
True, and because they have such a short amount of time and too many cooks, you never know how it's going to go wrong. I don't want it to go wrong, but I also do for the funny TV, and then the fact we can talk about
producers.
Yeah. We know the producers like to slightly meddle with things. Next up, we have Kia, who is not the Prime Minister, but a telemarketing company owner from Leeds, who is 26, and he wants to create an online tool that is designed to help sales staff at all levels throughout their sales conversations, and it's to provide support in the form of a chatbot, where the user can input their issues and the tool responds with ideas, tips, all around sales objections or objectives. Interesting. It just sounds like some sort of generative AI chatbot, and there's loads of those out there. Surely if you want to ask for sales advice, maybe the thing he's designing is very, a bit more specific, but would you not just go on ChatGPT? Controversial?
Yes, controversial. But, yeah, definitely on the AI bandwagon here. We move on to Liam, who is a owner of a workwear brand. So after working as an electrician for many years, he was able to see a gap in the market for comfortable yet fashionable workwear.
Definitely. On his profile, there was a picture of him stood next to Peter Andre. So I don't know if the pair of them were modelling this comfortable and fashionable workwear. I'm intrigued to see what it's like, because in my head, when we've said the word fashionable, it just makes me think of when you've got an electrician coming round, you open the door and they're in some sort of like Met Gala outfit or something rather than a fleece. But I don't know. It sounds good.
It makes me think of, I can't remember if it was a Dragon's Den thing or something like that, but there's this, I think, brand called Figs or something,
Okay.
which do like fashionable scrubs for doctors, I
I
think.
think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So there are similar sort of businesses out there, I guess. Maybe Lord Sugar's investment will help him stand out. There's a lot of tradespeople that will be in the market for comfortable clothes.
indeed. Maybe with a lot of pockets.
Yes, true.
The tools.
For the tools. Next up is Max. He's a senior account manager from Surrey, and he's a former professional tennis player. So we've got two former athletes. Surely there's going to be a bit of a... I like to think there might be a bit of an ego clash here. When one says, well, when I was a professional athlete, the other one has to chime in and say, well, when I was a professional athlete as well.
Show me your medals.
Yeah, exactly. We'll add that to the Back to the Boardroom bingo card for the series. But he's moved from a career in sport to being a senior account manager, but wants to go back into sport by conquering the paddle tennis market. And apparently, and I'm not a sporty person, if that's not a big surprise to people, but paddle is the fastest growing sport in the world, with now over 25 million people playing it. However, there's a bit of a gap in the market here in the UK, and he hopes to create a series of premium indoor paddle centres that are there for the general public, but also for those looking for facilities for the highest quality and best coaching. Have you heard of paddle tennis?
I have, because
Wow.
as you know, I'm a big Formula One fan.
Yes.
A lot of the Formula One drivers play paddle.
Okay, interesting. There's money there.
For fun, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look up. Maybe we should play paddle tennis if he gets far. We should. I'm saying I'm putting my name down for sport. Who am
Yes,
I?
we should do that.
That
We
should
should
be
do that.
fun. Nice.
Moving on to yet another tech-based TikTok star, Malika or Melissa, apologies if I got it wrong, is a tech recruitment company owner, owner, and the ambitious owner of a thriving AI tech recruitment business. So tick the AI box already. She's got 8,000 likes on TikTok, so tick that box as well. But basically, her business plan is to form a global AI tech recruitment company focusing mostly on embedded talent and executive or retained search. I don't know what half those words mean.
Jargon, right? Hopefully she can be able to explain it a little bit better to Lord Sugar, because, okay, it's an AI recruitment platform company, but sorry, it's not floating my boat.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people use AI to cheat on recruitment. So will the AI be able to detect the other AI's answers?
Interesting. AI is taking over everything, even the Apprentice. Anyway, next up, something that's a little bit more easier to understand is from Mia. Mia is a meal prep entrepreneur, and she's a competitive bodybuilder. So she channeled her love for bodybuilding and staying fit and health into her meal prep business. And she said that she would like to help others improve their diets as well. And seeing her clients achieve their fitness goals while also eating delicious and nutritious meals makes her feel very proud. So she's offering a fully catered meal prep service, freshly cooked every week, delivered straight to your door, and all designed and prepared by a bodybuilder. So that makes me think, is this like a sort of tabletop business that she started in her kitchen, and she started creating meals that are really healthy that she enjoys for her clients? Sounds like it. Will be interesting to see how she can scale that up from perhaps being in her house or a location to a worldwide, that's quite ambitious, UK-wide business with Lord Sugar.
Exactly. And maybe there'll be some competitiveness between her and Emma, the fitness coffee lover.
Yes, that is true. And I was just thinking as well, it's not healthy, but the chicken tikka pizza, we've got some food businesses.
Indeed. Indeed. And finally, Nadia is a salon chain owner of a premium chain in Knightsbridge. And she decided to quit her 9 to 5 role a month before COVID and started investing into hair salons. So her business idea is introducing a new luxury product range with a twist that incorporates an online application and members club for hairdressers, barbers, and customers to interact with each other. So, sort of like a social network for having your hair done.
I guess so. Maybe to share inspiration or available appointments or something if people are looking in the area. Sounds interesting. I also found it interesting that she quit her 9 to 5 role, COVID hit, and then she started investing in hair salons, which maybe there was the opportunity when businesses were slightly failing in COVID. But yeah, it sounds like she could have had a bit of a nest egg and started buying up all these businesses.
Yeah, my brother cut my hair in COVID, so I don't know how she got much business.
Exactly. No, everyone was getting their hair cut by family and friends in COVID, and yeah, I did try. It didn't go very well.
You may have expected this or may not, but I've got a surprise, like always.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Excited.
And it is prediction related.
Oh, I knew it. Have you been looking at stats already?
No, I haven't been looking at stats,
Okay.
but I thought we normally do our predictions after the first show has aired. So we kind of know a bit about, we kind of have a bit of data to go on. So I thought, in addition to that, I am going to ask 3 or 4 questions or predictions without any data, without watching
Oh,
anything.
so gut feeling. Okay.
Gut feeling, okay? So, firstly, I want you to give me a random lucky dip winner and runner up.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm going to look. I'm going to zoom through the spreadsheet. Okay. You've had more time to think about yours.
I've not.
You
I
haven't.
avoided looking at candidate
Okay.
details.
Okay. I've got my winner and runner up. Would you like to know what I have chosen or who I have chosen?
Go on then.
Okay. So randomly without having seen any of them, and we're going to laugh at my predictions next week, I'm sure, when we've watched the episode, but I'm going to say that I think Max is going to win with his paddle tennis business. And the runner up, without seeing anything, I am putting my faith in the air conditioning business owner because I hate the summer. Dean, I think he'll be the runner up.
Dean runner up. Okay, so I have got to have a quick scan through because I promise you didn't look. Um, so I think this might be completely silly, but I'm going to put the animation entrepreneur Jordan as the winner
Ooh, okay. Nice. I
and
like that.
runner up motivational speaker Frederick.
Ooh, okay. Two kind of different ones there. I like the idea the animation person will win because it's creative. So, good picks.
We may be completely wrong. So there we
Maybe.
go.
If one of our predictions from, or any of our predictions from your surprise first episode prediction run actually come through, I think we deserve some sort of actual prize.
Yes, a Cadbury chocolate bar
Okay, there you go.
or a game of paddle.
He set the budget already.
Numbers, man.
Yeah, true.
Okay, second one. Okay. This is a random question because it might not even come true because they might be out before you get a chance to see. I want you to name the best salesperson.
Ooh, okay. Hmm. I feel like the people who directly say their business is sort of about sales may not be the ones that are excellent. I might give. I'm going to say that this accolade is going to go to Liam, the workwear brand owner, who has been seen wearing his comfortable, fashionable workwear with Peter Andre.
Fantastic. Well, I am going to go for Coffee Emma.
Oh, I like it. I like that we're giving them nicknames.
Oh, because there are two Emmas, so
Oh, yeah, okay, true.
had to clarify. Emma S.
Emma S. Healthy coffee.
Indeed, healthy coffee. And the final one, this might be a bit more involved, but we're going to go for it. So I've divided all the candidates into 3 lists of 6.
Amazing.
And you've got to pick from each list who gets the furthest.
Wow, okay. Let me know the lists.
Okay, so list 1 is Carlo, Anissa, Emma, Max, Kia, and Nadia. That's MS.
Right.
So which one do you think from there?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember. This is tough.
You said Max wins the whole thing, so presumably Max.
So yeah, there you go then. Thanks.
I'm
been
also,
listening.
I'm also gonna go Max because I think
Good.
paddle is upcoming.
Okay.
So second list, we've got Liam, Aveen, Johnny, Malika, Emma, and Dr. Jana.
I think I'm going to say Dr. Jana or Jana because dentistry did very well last year. So I'm going to pretend I've got insider info and say that he's going to last longer.
Cool. Dr. Jana. Fantastic. And I'm going to go with Aveen.
Oh, yeah, Aveen with her product, her actual invention. Okay.
Indeed.
That might be a good shout.
And then the final list, Chisola, Frederick, Amber Rose, Dean, Jordan, or Mia.
I'm going to say Dean because he was my runner-up.
Fantastic. And then controversial from me, I'm not going to say Frederick, my runner-up. I'm going to go with Mia.
Nice.
There we go. That's technically, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 random predictions with absolutely no data to back them up.
Both fun and mean. As always, you can let us know whether you agree with our predictions, predict some of your own as well, and also tell us if you think we're just incredibly mad and have picked the worst people that we could ever choose over on our Instagram at Back to the Boardroom.
I've got one more surprise for you.
Okay, I love this, but I'm also on edge.
Sorry. Well, you may have thought you've escaped it, but you have not. The pressure pitch returns.
Oh no, that was the most stressful 30 seconds or whatever it was of my life last year.
Indeed. I am going to give us 45 seconds. I can start if you want.
Now? You're going to make me do a pitch now?
Right now, yes.
James! Okay.
I can start if that's easier. I haven't prepared.
I don't know what the pitch is for. You've got to tell me.
I'm going to tell you now.
I'm warm. Okay.
It is. You've got to pitch the Apprentice season 19 to the listeners.
Oh, okay. It's great, but
okay, so do you want me to start?
I don't mind. Should we do heads or tails? I don't have anything remotely that looks like a penny in front of me. I have a coaster. I've
got a virtual coin.
Oh my God. Go for it. You're so prepared and very tech like the candidates.
Indeed. Catch me on TikTok. Okay, ready? Would you like heads or tails?
Tails, please, James.
And Google says heads.
I was too trusting.
Okay, so do you want to get a timer up for 45 seconds? And then I will...
On the spot. Don't even remember how to put the timer on. 45 seconds. Don't put 45 minutes. Okay. The most stressful part of the podcast. Are you ready, James?
Yeah.
Okay, your 45 seconds starts now.
It's season 19, apparently the most demanding yet, and it's less than 1 week until the first episode. We start in Austria, where 18 candidates set foot and, I guess, make the first impressions to Lord Sugar before choosing those hilarious team names. We've got pop stars, we've got banking apps, we've got Easter eggs, and we've got lots of drama.
Do we need the full time?
Yeah, I don't know. Along with sighs and face palms from both Tim and Karen, it's going to be a blinder. There we go. I'll stop there. I'm out of practice. How many
That was
seconds did
good.
I use?
I thought you at 18 seconds or something. I thought that you were going to be done, but you came back. You told us about Tim and Karen, and then went the full time. So impressive. I've now got anxiety again. Thanks, James.
By the way, I didn't have any time to prepare for this because I did think about it about 2 minutes ago.
Well, that's how all good ideas happen.
It was a surprise to me as well.
Okay.
Are
Let's
you
get this
ready?
pitch over and done with.
45 seconds on the clock, starting now.
Get ready for season 19 of The Apprentice. Back this time next week, we're in for an amazing series. Lord Sugar is back. Will he get up at 6 a.m? Will he be snoozing? Will he be having a mimosa or whatever when he's meant to be there with the candidates? Who knows? Tune in to find out. Also, we are going to be seeing loads of candidates running around, probably making embarrassing moves, terrible sales pitches, annoying some local business owners in a European country is how they usually do it. It's the year of AI and TikTok. We can see whether TikTok followers actually translate into real life business acumen and skill, or whether it's all pretense online. That'll be fun. And we'll maybe see if Lord Sugar invests in his first AI business.
That was pretty good. I've got some work to do.
No, I thought yours was good too. I like it. You focused on the entertainment.
I need to do some stressful pitch practice.
You're going to have to do some like stress tests in your everyday life. You'll have to be there being like, right, 30 seconds to describe why you're going to really enjoy this dinner. Go. And then you'll come in next week and absolutely blow us all away. Yeah.
Sounds good. Yes, if you weren't aware, that will be returning.
Yes, we'll have to tell everybody what we would have done on the task, and then you, our listeners, can tell us on Instagram at Back to the Boardroom who wins the pitch. It was always quite fun seeing people say my name last year, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes, indeed.
Something else that's going to be back on Back to the Boardroom this season is The Apprentice News. And it has begun. Controversies have been happening in the press already about this season of The Apprentice. So if you are of faint heart, then listen with caution, because I'm changing the tone slightly of the podcast now by saying that one of the candidates has already been hit with controversy. The convenience store owner, Amber Rose, has reportedly been caught with another contestant in a hotel room during filming in Turkey. And as we know from last year, there is a strict sex ban on the show. So is the Daily Mail lying? 99%, possibly. But also some controversial news to begin with.
Yeah, potential spoiler alert too. It means Amber Rose makes it to Turkey whenever that is.
Yes, and at least one other contestant. That sounds strange. But yeah, who knows? Something that's a little bit more family friendly is Lord Sugar obviously has been doing The Apprentice for many, many years now, and people have been asking him, because it seems like the rest of his time is spent on Twitter tweeting about EastEnders. How long will he continue to be hosting the show? And it's obviously going to be the 20th series next year. Is Alan going to continue? Well, he says he is obviously getting older. He's nearly, nearly 78. Sorry, I was just going to age him. And so he says it depends. As long as he's got his health and his strength, which we all hope, he said he'll always carry on as long as the BBC wants him to. And it's a consideration that's not his call, but it's the BBC's call. So
News, my best part of the show.
I love it. But if he isn't going to carry on with The Apprentice, there is always extra career paths open to him, like becoming the President of the United States.
No, the Prime Minister, you mean?
Yeah, I know. They won't let him, but Prime Minister of the UK. Watch out, Keir. Lord Sugar maybe on the way.
I want to know has there been any enhancements to the house?
I feel like we went through so many house facts last time. I don't know. Maybe are there enhancements? Are there changes for people coming back to the house? I know we spoke about they don't have a lot of access to the outside world, but on their 5 minutes of phone time, what if they go on ChatGPT and say how best to sell potatoes and tomatoes, or what design me an Easter egg? Are there AI contingencies out there?
Ooh, I mean, you're thinking a lot deeper. I was thinking, is there a new phone?
Yeah, have they painted the rooms differently? We'll be here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts every week after the Apprentice episode has aired. We'll be recording straight after, so however quick we can get on the episode, you can start listening to what we thought of it and who we like as candidates and who we're stressing about.
Absolutely, and do get in touch with us at Back to the Boardroom on Instagram.
Nice. I think it's going to be a really good series. We've got a quality list of candidates, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that first episode goes in Austria.
Absolutely. I'll get my notebook ready.
The spreadsheet.
Until then, bye for now.